Hi guys, my name is Sylvia Nasimiu Barasa.
Hey there, beautiful people. It's your girl, Cherono.
I'm your host, Daphne Darling.
Join me on Between the Lines, a nice women empowerment show where we talk about the things in between the lines that women do not project out vocally.
Women have a tendency to believe in the lies that bind us to become the women that we are. They make us daughters, the women that we are, daughters, sisters, mothers. So you guys, tell me, is there any lie that has bounded you to being the woman that you are right now? Let's start with Sylvia.
If I get pregnant for him, he'll marry me. For me to get a promotion at work, I need to sleep with my boss. My qualifications really don't matter because I'm a woman. I need to get special favors in the office. And what else? Yes. For now, so.
All right, Cherono, tell us. Is there any lie that you believe that is making you the one that you are today?
Sure. As a woman, I think we have been forced to believe so many things, considering love as a very big factor. We cannot love without money. But in reality, the people who are falling in love without money. But as women right now, we are binded by if this guy does not have money, we cannot hang out, we cannot chill.
But it's true without money.
It's true. The economy is very tough. You need to have some extra money.
If a guy does not have money, he will not take me out. One, he can't treat me. What is treating me right? Treating me right is taking me out on holiday, doing shopping for me, taking me to, of course, it's expensive restaurants. Gone are the days, we are career women. Gone are the days we used to date broke men. That whole thing of we can build ourselves together. I'm already built. You can't come into my life and we start building. We can just pick up from where I've written, proceed. We cannot go back. That's my take.
On money. Okay.
On money. Yeah?
That's a good one.
Yes.
It's actually true.
With career women, I've already set my life up here.
But now we are here in society. What about this woman who's not
a career
a
woman.
career woman, but needs to feel like she's empowered, she could fall in love, she does not need finances? What about that person now?
Yeah, you know, our perspective of the lies, they tell us that a man has to be rich. That is why we find that right now we have a couple of women or a couple of girls who are falling in love with old men older than their fathers because of the monetary status. They believe that this man is going to pull me out of the poverty or is going to put me at the life that I want to achieve.
True.
So you find that we are getting to a generation where we are developing a character of slave queens. We want women who are poshed. I want to drive a car. I don't want to work, but I have an iPhone 12 Pro Max. I have a boyfriend who takes me to Diane. I'm driving a BMW. Like, what will you tell me?
But that is what life is.
Because of these lies that we as women. Told. I feel like these lies have come from generations to generations. They're just being passed down to us and then they're being polished.
Yeah.
The more they pass down, the more we polish them to like an acute angle.
Yeah.
Because you see, our grandparents would have been married to the same man who was rich. Good? And it felt so good to be married to a rich family. Yes. Our mothers married our fathers and they became rich together. But for us, we were brought up in rich families. No, we're not going to suffer. I'm not going to polish a man. No. Today is not the time to polish him.
Build a man workshop.
Yes, I'm not building a man. We are going to start. You got me with an iOS, bro. We're going to polish this. I want an iPhone 12. I want Malindi. I want you Diani beaches. I want clothes. I want nails. I want hair.
I want to drive a Lexus.
Let's do Dubai.
I want my kids to have this life where they see their father spending money on me. And that is just building a life or a lie to my child as a girl. They're going to develop this idea of a man has to spoil me, like the way my father spoils my mother. Yeah. But in between this, behind the curtains of these lies, We as women are going through a lot of stuff to get to those men who are going to treat us like that, because the same men will treat us in a very wrong way. Tell me.
Somebody said ni heri nililie kwa Range Rover kuliko nifanye nini?
Cheke kwa baiskeli.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, let me go through what I'm going through. But if I step out there and all people is saying is I'm a happy person, I'll be ready to live with that. At the end of the day, one thing I came to learn over the years is that happiness is inbuilt. You can be married to you can be married to a man, and by the way, one other thing you need to know is that even these poor men harass their women and their children. So it's not only the rich men alone, you see. So at the end of the day, I think happiness for me is built within, and he can do his things, he can live his life the way he wants, but as long as me and my children get what we want, me, I'll be comfortable. That is my take.
You know what's your take? Would you say heri ulilie kwa hiyo Range Rover ama ucheke kwa baiskeli?
I am a therapist, as I said. Mental health is one thing that we are facing as a country. And people are out there living lavish lifestyles and suffering on this other side. There's no need for me to cry. Even if it's on a bicycle or if it's on a Range Rover, there is no need for me to cry. I need to find my own happiness and generate it. So, same what she said, happiness is inbuilt.
Yeah.
And I will never lower the value of my happiness to accommodate money or worthy things in life.
That's the reason why if you really have to cry, you better cry in a Prado or a Range Rover than cry on a bicycle. The more reason, if you can't really, you know, there are women who cannot live life on their own.
True.
There are those who can live. There are so many women out there who are alone and doing well. But there are those women who, because of very many reasons, beginning with just the fear of living alone, judgment from society, and judgment, they cannot just live on their own. If you really have to take that path in life, that is if you really, really, really have to, because I don't see why you really, really have to. Just you'd rather now cry in a Prado, but don't cry with a man on a bicycle.
Okay, so Sylvia, would you tell me, do these women get spoiled for that lie? Is there something more than the money? What are we chasing for that lie? For that particular lie, okay, we have decided we are crying.
For the money.
It's just for the money.
It's just for the money. I don't think there's anything else that can make you cry that much and stay on.
Just the
because by the time it gets to that place where you're so miserable, there's no love, no attachment, nothing. You're just there to enjoy. That is, if you really have to, you're just there for the money. I doubt if there's anything else that keeps you there. But I'm also on Nono's side. No, I'm also with you. I know that it's stressing to live with someone who brings you, or who the only thing they bring in your life is pain and tears. But there are people who cannot just live. I've seen several. The other day, by the way, we tried to get a friend of mine out of her matrimonial home because she called us, her husband had beaten her, she was even taken to hospital, she had blacked out. Yet when she was discharged to hospital, she still went back to that husband.
Was it for the money?
Yeah, the guy, I think, is the regional manager in one of the banks in town. I will not mention the name. And she just I think runs a boutique and it's not giving her enough. You know, by the time business picks up well in Kitale. So I think she's there because of the children. The children are in good schools. She lives in a good house and everything. So I think she's there because she wants to protect her image and she's trying to imagine, if I leave,
what next?
What next? I might not be able to give these children the kind of life. And she even said it, by the way.
All right. So, no, for you, is it the money, or what would you choose other than the money in this miserable life? What will you chase?
Maybe social status. As a child, I was raised in a family where there was a mother and a father. Sometimes people stay in a relationship, a moneyed relationship, maybe for the status. I would chase status for me if I was to get married. But then most people also get married because they want to show us that they are able, they are capable, and Wow.
So, are you trying to say that marriage is going to? This is another lie we're going to pick up on. Does marriage make you complete as a woman? Is it a rite of passage? How we see boys grow, get circumcised, become men. So, as women, do we feel like marriage has to be our one of the steps in our growing up?
Wow. As the people we are right now, marriage is not as important. Marriage does not make you complete. Making you complete right now, you need financial freedom, you need to be well educated. That is what makes people complete.
But you see, right now we're in a world where we are told you have to grow up, finish school, get a good husband, get children, get a good life. So is this a rite of passage? Is this one of the lies that is binding us to
Yeah,
become the
it
women
is.
that we are?
Yeah, it is. It is a lie that women have to get married, and it is a lie that we've been told. The people who live celibate lives, people have decisions and they live their lives the way they want. So yeah, a rite of passage as marriage for a woman, it goes far and above.
Does marriage make you complete?
No. I think with the current woman must not get married to feel complete. There are so many ways, by the way, you can live your life. Huh?
Sure.
Long time ago, women could only get children. People could actually only get children through marriage. Yeah? Nowadays, there are so many other ways you can conceive. Huh? You can go to the sperm bank and have, is it surrogate?
Insemination.
Insemination.
Artificial insemination.
Hey,
Yes.
hiyo ni ya ng'ombe.
No, it's still the same.
It's
It's still the same.
No, because that one is for cows. You can get a surrogate mother. You can get a surrogate mother. We have adoption policies in Kenya, and we thank God for that. Huh?
Alright.
So for me, I think marriage does not make someone complete, but I would prefer someone has a child to make her life complete. But for marriage, no.
So a lot of us are growing up in a perspective. Oh, my mother has to know my mother has to get to a point she knows I will get married, I will get a child and a good husband. And in these homes we find that there are people who are fighting, okay? Marriages that are not working, but someone is not living this house. Reason being, my parents told me it starts like this and it gets better as it
No,
goes.
if you find someone right, so if you find the right person, you can just get married. But that does not mean that with marriage you'll be a complete person.
How do you know someone is right?
How?
There's never a litmus of a
Yeah.
right person.
Yeah.
There's no litmus.
You have your own
What are you
liabilities.
picking?
The other person has their own liability. If you guys decide to stay together, you're the ones who know how you work around them
That means
to have a complete life.
I can only accommodate his imperfections.
Exactly.
Yes.
And accept that you're also a human being and you make mistakes, you hurt others, and be ready to live with that. Learn to apologize, to love, such things.
So we're back once again, guys, between the lines. And I have a question I wanted to ask. We as women have this capability to have these lies that are bounding us to become the women we are, right? So do you feel like we women are pushing the men to live beyond their standards to satisfy us during courtship? Cherono.
Well, yeah, we all setting some standards from our parents. I believe even our mothers got married to the best of families,
All right.
to the best of boys and men. So even for us, we set boundaries too high sometimes, but then there's always a consensus, an understanding between two people who are in courtship, and there's always a way they could come back and live together. But well, yes, right now we push. We are parents. We could not tell our daughters to date a broke man. Who would allow that? Nobody. Yeah, we all want to have someone who has anything. Same way, leave alone women to children. As women, as girls to each other. You go on a date, then come back and you ask your friend, huh? So, what does this man do? We want to know his worth by what he does. Meaning, we cannot go out with someone who has nothing to offer.
So we feel like you feel like we're pushing them.
And yeah, we're pushing.
Is it positive or negative?
It is for the better of the society.
All right. So
It's actually good. Well, I think pushing them to live beyond their limits is a little bit too harsh, but we push them so that they can make themselves good people, so that they can learn, to make themselves better people, and they can learn to work harder. What I know about a man who is so into you will work hard and give you the life that you want.
True.
And when you've pushed him, for that one who feels that you've pushed them beyond their limits, you know, the kind of guy you tell me, I'm not going to town with a matatu, you just need to buy a car. And he goes out of his way, he gets a loan, he buys a car. The type of guy you tell me, I don't want to live in a bed sitter, I want to live in a good apartment, and he has to go get you an apartment he pays around 35k to 40,000 shillings. I think if such a guy feels that that is too much for him, he would rather be gone, and he'll go after that cheap, should I say cheap girl? It's just strong. He'll go for that girl, yeah.
The other girl.
Yeah, because for men, I think with them, they're always straight. They end up in a msichana. Unaona? If the type of guy who pushes him, he'll push himself to give you the life that you want. But hata pia ukikaa hapo useme ati mimi sipendi kumsumbua. Mtaishi tu hivyo.
But is it fair?
It's
You
not.
guys feel like it's fair?
Just fair
It's
because
in the
at the end
Bible.
of the day, if you guys get married, at the end of the day, if you guys get married, the man is going to be the breadwinner of that family.
True.
And you pushing him at an early stage when you're courting means that you're already determining the kind of schools your children will go. The type of life you people will live. We need to live in a nice apartment. We need to live in a nice estate. Our children need to go to good schools. We need to drive a good car. I need to go do my master's. I need to go do my PhD. But the moment you start pulling yourself back, leo tunaenda pi lunch, wacha tu tuende sijui, wacha tuende kwa kibandaski. Unajua una do no, just take him to Gifika, let him fuliza and pay the 600 shillings ama the 1,500 shillings that he does not have. I think that helps set the pace. And for those who cannot keep up with your pace, they'd rather be gone. Let them go. He can always choose and pick any chick from the street, which is okay.
So
Yeah.
we're putting the policy of his money, our money,
Yes.
my money, my money
There are days I'll spend my own money.
on him.
Yes. Not
So-
necessarily on him,
Okay.
not necessarily on him, but there are days I'll spend my money.
So
See,
your money, his money, your money.
Spending my money. So what do you mean by spending my money on him? Like we go out for lunch.
There are days that men's pocket run dry.
Yeah.
There are bills to be paid.
Me, I can pay, yeah?
Good.
If he's the right type of guy, the one I've identified, and I'm the one who suggested the lunch date, I'll pay.
No.
I'll pay. But
Okay.
if he calls me and then he tells me that I think the money is not, that one, no. I can alternatively choose to treat him, and when I realize he's broke, I can decide to treat him and take us for lunch. That one I'll pay. But if he asks me to go out for lunch with him and we get there and he does not have enough money, I won't pay.
You want to pay.
I won't pay. We cannot live in such a society.
Okay.
We can't.
All right. No. Nitaosha vyombo.
Na pesa sasa iko kwa mfuko yangu.
Nitaosha
No, I alternatively I can go pay my bill and ambia unaona ule wacha ende achonge waru.
Oh, wow.
No. What's your perspective of this? Because oh Lord.
Oh, Lord. Mine. Let's start by his money.
Our money.
Our money. Then
Your money. Your money.
Yeah, definitely. His money, our money, my money, my money.
Okay. So
But
you're not
it's been
sharing.
all over, even the days I was growing
But-
up personally, for someone like me who's grown up with an ever-present dad, my dad did everything for us. Generation 2 after that, you expect me to pay my bills. How is it even possible?
But wow,
Where does
coming
it
to
even
think
come
about
from?
society, right now we are raising empowered women, yeah?
Yes.
People who have jobs and are able to
Career
pay bills
women.
and career women. But when it comes to money, I'll say there are levels in a relationship that when it gets to a certain level, I would definitely come into sorting a bill or doing something when I have the ability to. But he's the financial
Upholder in that family.
in that family. every day.
His money is
Our
our
money.
money. My money is my money until I
Until.
decide we can.
Share.
There are days you'll have to share something small, just a fraction, like an eighth. Yeah, but
Not even half.
No. Half is just too much.
You
If we
spend-
start with half, we'll get to 3/4, and then eventually all my money will be our money. No. We just do an eighth, and there are those days when it's really, really necessary. We understand that their pockets also run dry, but we also want to tell them that since time immemorial, from the Bible, men have been the breadwinners. You see, Joseph went out too. He was a carpenter. He went out to work. Mary was at home. Naomi, Ruth and Boaz. Ruth was in the field working as a slave. Boaz was also there. But after, not Ruth actually, it's Esther.
Esther was the one who was the queen.
The one who got married to the queen.
The king.
To King Mordecai.
Yes.
Yeah. And when she left the field and went to be queen, she never went back to the field. But Mordecai was there. He was king. Yeah. So I think they should just learn to talk. What is the lie there, by the way?
The lie comes in between where a man needs to spend on me to be a man.
Yes.
But you know, you call
And
a
by
man.
the way, he's a man. He can take
You,
it.
do you know
By
what
the way, he can
society
take
of
it.
today?
He can handle it.
He can. He can.
Society
You
of
can
today-
handle it.
He can. He's a man.
Society of today, you call your man a king, ask him for 10,000.
He embarrasses you.
The kingdom scatters.
The kingdom just
Goes down.
He's a man. He can take it. In any case, don't ever ask for his money. Just find ways of him spending the money on you.
sure.
Yeah. You don't have to ask for the money from him. Asking
do you
looks cheap. Instead of asking, just find ways of him
Do you
spending
feel
the money on
like
him.
Do you feel like a man who does not spend, but he has, should not have you?
Yes.
Bruh.
If he can't spend on you, then he can't
That's
have you.
automatic. That's just automatic.
Nikki said
We
it. I
can-
won't say it, but Nikki said it.
She said,
Men don't deserve. It's Cardi, yeah?
If he can't spend on you, he does not deserve you. You see, if he can't spend on you, he does not deserve you. Because you can spend on yourself, by the way. And in fact, if he can't spend on you better than the way you spend on yourself, he still does not deserve you. You know, if you're the type of person who does Kitoni Heights, they do the rooftop restaurant. If he wants to take you to Pazuri, let him just go.
I am.
Let him just go. He should just be. His game should be on top. Huh?
I think this message is direct to you. Yes. So next question. How are we as women with our lies of my money, our money, or my money, your money, our money? How are we affecting this generation that is coming from us? Because we are going to be mothers. We are mothers right now in this platform. I am a mother of one and I'm so proud of it. You're a mother of two, she's a mother of one. So how do we, with our lives, affect this generation that is coming from us?
For me, I'd say
Is it positive or is it negative?
it's positive.
It's positive.
Yes,
Is it positive or negative?
it's
I feel like it's negative.
It's negative.
We are in an economy, we are raising kids. Okay? If we keep telling these kids that, you know what, you need to have this kind of a person in your life, instead of having people in their lives, you are raising a boy. Are you raising a boy for my girl to come and ask for money? I'm also raising a girl to grow up knowing that I don't have to ask for money.
It's positive. Enlighten me.
positive for me. For my daughter, I'm setting the bar for high, just high enough.
Higher bar.
Yeah.
Higher than yours.
It might be negative a little bit on my son, but why should it be negative anyway? Because he should learn to work and work hard. In a society where people expect so much, you should also be willing to work so hard. You see?
Actually.
Yes. So both of them, I think for me, both of them is positive. For my daughter, the buy is here. For my son, he needs to know that
His
if
energy
this-
is matching the bar.
that if these are the women that we are going to meet in our lives, then we need to be prepared for
Them.
We need to be prepared for them. So if they want, if they want a lot of money, if you meet a woman who's already a bank manager, she's earning around 150K. What do you expect?
All right.
What do you expect?
So
you
there
need
you
to
go,
work
guys.
hard. Yeah.
There you go, my people. That is so true. We have seen how our lives are affecting, and it's up to you to judge. It's up to you to decide. We are not pushing you to a specific side in life. We're not pushing you to a specific aspect. We are only enlightening you on things that do not have a basis, but are things that we as women are actually encountering in day-to-day activity. And yeah, by the way, I realized ni sisi tu ndio tuko. Una beli lingine Mungu anafungua. Ni hii tu.
Tunajua mnataka wale wenye ati mnatoka kazini wanawapikia.
Career women ndio hawa.
Sisi ndio hawa.
I'm telling you, career women.
Hatujui kukata kitunguu, hatujui kukata nyanya, we cannot even iron your clothes, lakini tuko tu.
Tunataka kwenda Kitoni.
Ndio hiyo, nataka kwenda Kitoni Heights tukunywe cappuccino ya 700 na mtalipa.
I'm so grateful for your followers, for your questions, and for everything and your support. So guys, follow me across all social media at Daphne Mashira on Facebook, and on Instagram you can follow me at _DAPH__KE, Daphne KE. Facebook page, the Fireplace Studios, and enjoy more shows that we're gonna offer for you guys. Until then, see you next Wednesday.